chest, the shoulders, the biceps, the triceps, the forearms, and maybe a little bit of the back. Today we will be discussing the muscles and how they work when you are pushing in a workout, when you are pulling in a workout, and when you are flexing in a mirror. All of these to help you look better. So, let's start with the chest anatomy, and then we'll move to the shoulders, and then the biceps. How does that sound? Great. So, for the first section here, we have the chest. The chest is comprised of three muscles. You have the pectoral majors and the minors. Each one has a different way of utilizing itself to give you a better opportunity to push or pull something. In this instance, you're going to be pushing as you're using your chest muscles with your triceps in conjunction to push up weight or whatever it is you are doing. Simultaneously, opposite of that are the biceps. Your biceps are pulling mechanisms. They use your back as well to help emphasize the pulling motion with the bicep. It starts with the bicep and then ends with the back pulling like that. You are utilizing the shoulder a little bit in that time frame as well. So let's get really deep into this. When you start to lose weight, when you start to lower your body fat percentage, you start to get definition. At this point in time, this is around a 13% body fat. The lower you go in body fat, the more you will see definition of muscles. We all have muscles at the end of the day. We all have a bicep. We all have a tricep. We all have shoulders, traps, abs, obliques, rhomboids, erectors in the back, scap. We have all of those muscles. They're just hidden by visceral fat. And all of us contain visceral fat. It wraps around our organs. It sits on your abdomen. As you can tell, a lower body fat would expose more of the abdomen. But when you lower your body fat to a lower percentage, well, your hormones start to react differently. Your body doesn't run as efficient. A healthy percent is between 12 and 15% body fat, giving your opportunity to show off muscles if you have them, if you've been working on them, but at the same time, enough that you have your body the ability to run. Men can go down to roughly a 3 to 4% body fat without affecting their organs. If you're a female, your organs would actually start to shut down. Women need to have a much higher body fat, around almost 6 to 7%, in order to just live. If you go below that, your organs will start to shut down as you have more of a reproductive system in yourself. Hence why we are all here. We all came from a female being born. Now, getting back to the muscles, we have the chest, the pectorals. The pectorals link into your front delts. These are your front deltoids. You have your side delts and your rear delts. So, as you can see, when you're flexing your rear delts, you can see them progressively show themselves as your body fat gets lower and lower. Hence why people strive for a low percentage body fat. They want to show off their muscles. And then on either side of your neck there, you have your trapezius, which do connect to your front, rear, and side delts. Now, how do your shoulders work? Your shoulders give you the opportunity to push up. Key thing, pushing up. They do help in pushing out as well. You'll be working the top parts of the front of your deltoids when you are doing things like bench press, when you are doing triceps. Not as much triceps, but they're stabilizers for the tricep so that you can go and push and get a workout in just utilizing your tricep. The human body is remarkable at what it can do, but you need to make sure that you are taking care of it. Because if you don't take care of it, well, it's not going to take care of you. And you know what happens when our bodies don't take care of us? We end up being 6 feet underground. That's exactly that. So, bicep. The bicep has 3 heads: the front, the center, and the back. If you get closer, you can see each one. Not individually, as I do not have a low enough body fat, but you can see the first one. Separation right there. That is the first inner muscle that you're seeing. It's one of the smaller ones. It looks larger, but your center one's actually the biggest. Now, one cool thing is you can see a gap in your bicep here when you flex this way, but when you turn your arm out, pointing that you're going that way, the bicep elongates, shortens, elongates, shortens, elongates. Pretty incredible. That was my elbow cracking. That actually hurt a little bit. Now, one thing, if you're looking at the tattoo, I will tell you, even if you lower your body fat, even if you get a lower percentage body fat and you start to physically look better, the tattoo will hide definition. As you can see, there is definition, but it's being hidden just a little bit by the shaded areas of a tattoo. Prime example, if you flex like this, you can see the difference on either side. How this side is not as defined on the inner portion near the armpit. So, next time you're getting a tattoo, just think about where you want to put it. Make sure it's in an area that it's going to be in, that you're okay with it being there permanently. Now, I could discuss the back more, but for the purposes of today, we are talking about the chest. Specifically, I wanted to talk about your pushing muscles. The ones that you do push-ups on, the one you do bench press on, the one that you push a person off of you on. There are many ways you will use your chest. Most people do not use their chest enough, that they're not able to build it. As a male, you should have sort of a folding piece of your chest that just comes down, sort of like a cup. You don't want to have a concave chest. If you have a concave chest, I think you should go get a specialist to look at it, or just work out and build some muscles on your chest. One thing about elderly people, if they don't work out at all in their entire life, they start to be decrepit. Not to put anything on them, but muscle plays such a huge part in keeping you healthy long term. That's why you should work out. That's why you should build biceps, triceps, chest, shoulders, traps, a back. I would show you about building your legs as well. Building up your butt. Your gluteus maximus is a crucial thing at keeping you moving and grooving. If you don't work it, you might not be moving and grooving as long as you'd like. So, if you have any other questions, I'd love to hear them in the comments below. I'm all about teaching people about the anatomy, the male anatomy of your chest. I would talk about the female anatomy, but I don't have a female here to talk about it with. Now, one other thing that I will talk about. Posing. When you have muscles, you start to enjoy how you look. I'm sure that anybody could agree to that. So, when you're doing your front double bi, what you want to do is you want to flare your lats. Now you're asking, how do you flare your lats? Take your thumbs, stick them, you can't see this, but stick them on your hips, and then your elbows will be like this. So what you're going to do is bring your elbows forward. Now, because of the shadows, you can't see the lats as much, but they're there. They are big and they are proud. So that's step 1 for the double bicep. Like that. Now they're out, and then you pull up the biceps, bring your elbows back, really show off the chest, and bring your fists into a fist, angled down. If you go looks good, but your fists look funny pointing that way in each direction. This is your standard pose. You could open your arms more if you'd like to create a bigger, wider body, and you suck in on your your stomach cavity, creating a vacuum. If you have lats, you'll create a nice V taper. One thing I'll say, if you're in a pinch for a workout, flex your muscles. Just flex them. You're working out your muscles at that point. I'm physically out of breath from that posing session that we just did. That's an easy way to burn some calories when you don't have a lot of time. If you're at your desk, flex your legs, flex your arms, flex your chest, flex any of your muscles. That's what shivering does. Shivering burns calories when you're cold by making every muscle twitch just a little bit, and it warms you up. Just an easy way to burn calories and warm yourself up. It's pretty cool how shivering works. Anyways, we'll end this off with a fantastic double bicep pose for you, and I hope that you learned something today. Let's get these nice and even, and have a good one.